butterfly. You are now listening to the WHOLElistic Soul Care Session podcast, the podcast where faith meets holistic wellness and healing becomes a whole life practice. I'm your host, JC Morgan, soul care coach, clinical herbalist, holistic nutritionist. In each session, we're going to tend to the whole you. That's mind, body, spirit, and soul through God's word, holistic health, and the kind of honest community that makes real transformation possible. This is a safe space. This is a growing space. And this is your reminder that we were not made to just survive. You were made to be whole. So pull up a chair, pour yourself something warm, and let's get into it. Before we dive in, I'm a holistic nutritionist, clinical herbalist, holistic health coach, not a medical doctor. So everything shared in the podcast is for educational and informational purposes only, and it's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Always consult with your licensed healthcare provider before making any changes to your health routine. Now, let's go. Hello, little butterfly, and welcome to week 4. This is our last week in the Golden Glory month-long turmeric study. It's unfortunate that we're coming to an end, but it's been great. It's been awesome to have you guys join me. It's been awesome to be able to teach you guys what I've taught you so far. And I can't wait until the next one. I'm excited for the next one. It won't be until maybe next year, depending on how it goes. But I'm excited, right? So, week 4, turmeric salve. We're creating our own first aid gold. Oh yeah, welcome. Hey, little butterflies. Hello, little butterflies. Let me say it right. Hello, my little butterflies. How are you? So, welcome to our final week. You made it through this whole entire series. 4 weeks. You've been consistent and you've been learning and you've been cooking. You cooker. So, can you believe how far we come? You've infused oils, you've made juice, you've cooked up golden goodness, and now we're going to bring everything into full circle by turning that beautiful oil that you made in week 1 into a healing salve. Now, this is awesome. Salves are amazing and they're very helpful, and it's freaking awesome to be able to make your own herbal medicine from home instead of having to buy it from others. Now, I'm not gonna knock it. If you can't, go ahead and buy. If you don't want to, go ahead and buy from me if you want to. Whatever you do, it's up to you. So let's review why turmeric is so amazing. Before we dive into the salve making, let's review what makes turmeric such a powerful healing ally, right? So what we learned was the primary actions, which is anti-inflammatory, which reduces swelling and pain. It's an analgesic, which relieves pain. It's an antioxidant, which protects your cells from damage. It's a vulnerary, which promotes wound healing. It's a hemostatic, which stops bleeding. And it's an antimicrobial, which fights bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Now, the energetics. We learned that one in week 1. It is warming, so it's great for cold, stagnant conditions. It's drying, so it helps with weepy wounds and damp conditions. It's bitter and pungent, so it stimulates your digestion and it dries excessive moisture. So, back to the salves. When do we reach for our salves? Based on the turmeric actions and energetics, your salve will be perfect for pain and inflammation, which is like arthritis and joint pain, sore muscles, sprains and bruises, back pain, tension headaches, so you apply it to your temple and then to the back of the neck. Another thing that we would reach for our turmeric salve for is wound care. So minor cuts and scrapes, burns, including sunburns, wounds that need help closing, and surgical scars. So after it has been healed over. We don't want to put it on anything that is still open. We don't want to put it on broken skin from surgical scars. So here are some skin conditions: eczema, psoriasis, rashes, insect bites, minor skin infections. It's important to note that because turmeric is warming and drying, we want to avoid using it on conditions that are already hot and dry. So like extremely chapped lips or severely dried out eczema, we do not want to use our salves on that. So for those conditions, you want something more cooling and moisturizing. So you might want to use something like calendula. We can talk about that later on. We can make that later on. If you guys are interested in making herbal medicine, let me know, because we can do that. But for now, we're going to focus on this turmeric. So we're going to understand the salve making. A salve is basically a solidified infused oil. So we use beeswax to harden the oil so it stays on the skin instead of just running off. But the ratio is important. So more beeswax equals a harder salve. That's good for lip balms, stick formulas, and for your Texas heat. So if you live anywhere that is hot as heck all the time, or especially in the summertime, you want to use more beeswax because you want it to be harder. Because as soon as you put that in your car and it's not really a harder salve, it'll melt. And we don't want that. We don't want that in our bags. We don't want it melting in our bags. We want it to be awesome. But for those who don't really care and you're not really taking it outside unless it's winter, we want less beeswax, which equals a softer salve, which is good for massages and large areas of application. For this all-purpose salve, we're about to put 1 part beeswax to 8 parts oil. Without essential oils, the ratio will usually be 1 part beeswax to 4 parts oil, or 1 part beeswax to 5 parts oil, depending on how hard you want the salve to be. Choosing 1 part beeswax to 5 parts of oil will make your salve softer. So we'll jump into our week 4 project. Oh yeah. Why did I just do it? I don't know. Whatever. So this is what you're going to need. 4 ounces of turmeric infused coconut oil from week 1. A 1/2 ounce of beeswax in pellets or grated. Optional, you can put 10 to 15 drops of essential oils. The suggestions are below. Then you'll want a double boiler or a heat safe glass in a pot of water. Small tins or jars. 4 ounces total capacity. So we'll jump into the essential oils that we want to use. We want to use lavender, which is soothing. It's anti-inflammatory and it helps with sleep. Or we can do frankincense, which is good for skin regeneration and scarring. Hyssop. For my believers in the house, hyssop. Here's what it does. This is how good God is. It's anti-inflammatory, it's pain relief, and it's for bruises. We can use ginger, which is warming and it's pain relief. And then tea tree oil, which is antimicrobial. If you want to get if you want to go crazy and try different ones, go ahead. Again, 10 to 15 drops combined of essential oils. Now, you ready to make it? Let's go. Set up the double boiler. You place it in 1 to 2 inches of water in a pot and bring to a simmer. Place a heat safe glass jar in the water. Then you want to get your beeswax and you want to add your beeswax to the jar, and then you're going to let it melt completely. Make sure it's completely melted. You should see no solid parts in it whatsoever. It should all be translucent. Then, if you choose, you want to add your infused oil. So you want to pour your turmeric oil into the melted beeswax and stir gently with a chopstick or a spoon. Then you want to test the consistency. So you put a small drop on a cool plate and let it harden for a minute. If it's too soft, add more beeswax. So you'll need 1/4 teaspoon at a time. You don't want to do more than that. And then if it's too hard, add a little bit of more oil. So let's try 1 teaspoon at a time until it goes to whatever consistency that we personally like. Now, add your essential oils if you want to. You drop the essential oils into the container and then put it into the container and then you pour it into the salve mixture and then mix it. You don't want to put the essential oils into the bowl that you have, the jar that you have, right? You want to put it into the containers. And yes, it'll be mixed right when you pour everything in, so don't worry about that. Now, we're going to pour the contents that the recipe we just created into the containers. So carefully pour the mixture into your tin or your jars and work quickly because it's going to start to set. And then you're going to have to put it back in the water to, boil a little bit more, to melt. It's a lot. We don't want to do all of that. We just want to, that's it. So let it harden and don't touch it for at least 2 hours. I know you're excited. 2 hours at least. But if you're very, very patient, let it sit overnight to ensure that it's setting right, and then it'll set evenly, right? Make sure that the countertop is not super duper cold or it's not uneven. We want it to, we're trying to achieve something here, right? A flat top, because that is great. I mean, even if it's not, it's all right, because it's just you that's going to be using it. Then after all of that is said and done, make sure that you label always whatever you make sure you label it. So we're going to put our name of what it is that we made. This is a turmeric salve, and then we're going to put the ingredients, and then we're going to put the date on the container. So also expiration date, because that makes it easier to know when we can't use it no more. So for when we're storing it, we know that it's going to last between 6 to 12 months if you store it in a cool and dark place. Now, if it starts to smell rancid, it's time to make a fresh batch. You have the ingredients, so you could just make a fresh batch, and that's it. Hey, we're going to take a quick pause, and I mean it's a good one, so stick with me. If today's session is hitting home for you, if you're realizing that your mind, your body, or your spirit has been running on empty for way too long, I want you to know that you don't have to figure this out alone. At the Soul Care Squad, I walk alongside people just like you through faith-based soul care and holistic wellness, mind, body, spirit, and soul. Whether you need a space to breathe, a community to heal in, or a real holistic support with your health, we've got something for you. Here's what we offer at the Soul Care Squad. 1. One-on-one soul care and holistic wellness coaching, which is personalized to you or your root causes. Functional lab analysis. We go beyond the basics and find out what is actually going on in your body. Herbal support, nutritional protocols, and lifestyle guidance, all through faith-centered lens. And a growing community of people who are doing this work together, because wholeness is better in community. You can find free resources, current offerings, and ways to connect at soulcaresquad.com. And if you're on social media, come find us, Soul Care Squad, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We also have a free 15-minute soul care starter session so we can get to know each other and find out if we're a good fit. No pressure, no hard sell, just a real conversation about your wellness journey. Links are in the show notes. Now, let's get back to the session. And we're back. So, I got something for you. We got a bonus recipe, which is turmeric diaper cream. You heard me, turmeric diaper cream. So, because sometimes babies need healing too, right? It's not just us as adults. Babies need it too. So, here's the ingredients. 2 ounces of turmeric infused coconut oil, 1 ounce of shea butter, half an ounce of beeswax, 2 tablespoons of zinc oxide powder. This is optional, but it's recommended. However, if you use this zinc oxide powder, make sure that when you're putting it into the ingredients, do it outside and bring it back inside, because it is one of those things that you do not want to breathe in, right? Another thing, the last thing that we're going to do is 5 drops of lavender essential oil. I don't know, it's something about babies and smelling like lavender oil. Not only does it relax them because it's lavender, it smells great, and it makes the baby smell not like a threat to us, because babies can feel like warriors with the crying and all that good stuff. Yeah. I can say that I have kids, right? Okay, so directions. Melt the beeswax and the shea butter together. Then we're going to add the turmeric oil and stir. Remember, we're not stirring like we don't got sense. We're stirring gently. We're going to remove it from the heat and then let it cool slightly. Then we're going to add the zinc oxide, and then we're going to stir thoroughly. Then we add the lavender oil and stir. Then we pour it into the jar, let it harden, and use it during each and every diaper change. Your baby will love you for it. Yeah, it'll be great. We have another bonus project. It's the turmeric healing stick. If you want to make a concentrated healing stick for a targeted application, this is what you'll need. 3 ounces of turmeric infused coconut oil that we made in week 1, 1 ounce of beeswax because it makes it much firmer. This one, you need it to be firm, and I'll tell you why. You'll need 15 drops of hyssop essential oil, 5 drops of frankincense essential oil. Now, here is what you do. You follow the same process for the healing salve, but you pour this one into empty lip balm tubes or twist-up containers, and it's perfect for targeting specific bruises or sore spots, applying to scars, spot treating blemishes, and you want to keep this one in your purse or in your first aid kit because it's great and you'll find that you'll need it. Now we're going to get into the last and final mini quiz of this whole thing. So week 4's mini quiz. Get your journals, sit down, journals and pens, sit down, and let's take this quiz, right? Number 1, what is the basic ratio of beeswax to oil in a standard salve? Again, what is the basic ratio of beeswax to oil in a standard salve? Number 2, name 3 conditions turmeric salve would be ideal for treating. Again, name 3 conditions turmeric salve would be ideal for treating. Number 3, why might you not want to use turmeric salve on extremely dry and chapped skin? Again, why might you not want to use turmeric salve on extremely dry and chapped skin? Numero 4. What is the difference between a salve and a healing stick? What is the difference between a salve and a healing stick? Number 5. How long will your turmeric salve last when properly stored? Number 5. How long will your turmeric salve last when properly stored? You got it? All right. I know you're going to get it right. So now we're going to get into the reflection and the celebration because we made it. We've learned so much about turmeric. I hope you enjoyed the journey and all the good stuff. So you did it. You did it. You made it through an entire month of turmeric study. You took a moment to look at everything. Take a moment to look at everything that you created. Week 1, we made the turmeric infused oil. Week 2, we made golden milk and turmeric juice. And week 3, we made multiple turmeric recipes. And then week 4, you made a healing salve. You now have the knowledge and the remedies to use this powerful herb for yourself and your family. That's awesome. You did that. You're doing that. Not everybody could say that. So, we'll jump into our final thoughts. Because though I'm sad to see us go and part ways and all those things, I know y'all are going to follow, like, share, subscribe, and all those good things. And we're going to continue our journey together. We're going to continue learning together. You're going to continue letting me teach you. Hopefully. I hope so. All right. So, learn about herbs is not just about collecting information. It's about building a relationship with God's creation and learning how to be a good steward of the healing gifts that He's provided. Turmeric is just one of those. And it's one of literally thousands and thousands of plants that can support our health and well-being. So, as you continue your herbal journey, remember, start slow, observe how your body responds. God designs plants to work with your body and not against it. So if it is not working for you, it is not for you. And that's okay. Everything that's for one thing that might work for one person is not going to work for the next person. And that's fine. Our biological makeup is different. Healing, it takes time. So be patient with the process. Think of it as a steady walk. We're not rushing to the finish line. We're literally trying to bask in what God has given us and get healthy too, right? So again, preventing through nutrition is always better than treatment after disease. I repeat that because that's a heavy one. Prevention through nutrition is always better than treatment after disease. My job is to prevent this stuff from happening, to prevent the diseases either before they get worse or before you even get them. Let's prevent these things from happening, right? Because then we won't have to try to shuffle and, try our hardest to get rid of something that we could have avoided in the first place. So, with that being said, I want to thank you for joining me on this golden journey. I pray that turmeric becomes a regular part of your wellness routine, and that you feel confident using this herb for yourself and those that you love. And as always, I got a scripture for you. Remember Ezekiel 47:12. Fruit trees of all kinds will grow on both banks of the river. Their leaves will not wither, nor will their fruit fail. Every month they will bear fruit because the water from the sanctuary flows to them. Their fruit will serve for food and their leaves for healing. God bless you. And I pray that He keeps you healthy. And if you are not healthy, I pray that He makes you healthy, because you're going to do the work that is necessary for you to get there. Because we're going to live whole and we're going to live holistically. That's all that I got. I will see y'all, I guess, on social media. Or if I decide to do an event, Some of you may see me in person, but either way, thank you for doing this with me. Thank you for all that you've accomplished in these past 4 weeks. I pray the next 4 weeks are awesome for you. All right, that's all I got. Bye. Hey, little butterfly, and thank you for joining me for this holistic soul care session. If today's conversation encouraged you, challenged you, or gave you clarity, share it with someone who needs it. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share. You can connect with Soul Care Squad through the links in the description, explore our herbal studies, book a consultation, or join an upcoming workshop. Remember, your body is not separate from your calling. Steward it with wisdom. Protect your rest. Nourish your spirit. Until next time, stay aligned, stay rested, and stay blessed.